I bought another fishing truck, a 2017 F150 XLT 5.0. Now let's take it fishing. Having a backup camera is nice. Now let's see if this thing has some truck bed rod holders on it. This truck does have tie down points. I don't know what's under here. Oh hey, that might work. There we go. Truck bed rod holders. All right, before I talk more about the truck, I'm going to try to get some bait in the water. I have fresh skipjack herring. So hopefully a big blue will drop by and say hi. I'd be happy with a small one too. All right, I'm going to put a head on my actual bank fishing rig. It's currently my only one. These are my boat rods, but I do use them on the bank occasionally. Nice chunk piece. I leave the ones in the truck bed rod holder locked down so the fish will set the hook itself, but the one that I have on the whisker seeker is going to be not locked down. It's going to be on the clicker, so I'm going to have to stop it and then run with it like Catfish Dave. It's one of the best ways to set the hook on a rig like this. I think shark fishermen do something similar as well. But there's another nice chunk piece. Definitely not as far of a cast as the longer rod, but it should work at this spot. Right out there at the edge of the screen, you can see a bird, maybe. And he's on like a log or something out there. That's about where the point is. So it goes to about a foot of water there, drops down to 15 to 20 feet, and then comes back up to the bank here. So you don't have to cast too far. However, the best spot to fish here is out there to the right of where that bird is, as far as you can cast. It's just a giant bowl that comes from the main river ledge, which the river ledge is 2, maybe 3 football fields out, but it comes up as a bowl towards us. And the fish will come into that bowl looking for meal. And I don't think there's a good time of day for this. I've caught fish here during the day and at night. Let's see if I can catch something during the day on this video. Playing with it. I was hoping he had it. I would be able to feel it on the rod if he did have it, and then I'd take off running. Fun times. Really? Oh, hello. Oh, pulling the drag. Hopefully he hooked himself. Oh, my drag's not locked down, that's why. Wow. On the truck bed rod holder. He's fighting kind of weird. Hope this isn't a turtle. No, it's swimming towards me. I'm gonna get to the bank and take off. Ooh, what he's doing? Whoa, yep, yep. We knew something was going on there. Nice one. I didn't tighten down the drag too much. He is not ready to come in. He swam towards the bank. That's hilarious. Gotta get wrapped up in my other line. Alright, I'm going to go down and try to get him. I wanted to take a shower.
Wow, sir.
Yep. First fish with the new truck. Nice blue. I always seem to catch ones like this at this spot. My biggest, I think, is 17 pounds. This one's under 10. It's probably an 8-pounder. They could be hitting 10, I don't know. A nice fish. Cool. Now, let's let him go, and then I'll talk about the truck some more. All right, sorry about that, guys. I let it go and forgot to hit the record button, so no release of that fish on camera. But it is back in the water, and hopefully it'll be a 100-pounder someday. Now, my Toyota Tundra that I had started giving me issues, and I got to the point of where I didn't want to spend any more money on it. So that's why I ended up just getting this truck. Now, you could say the Tundra is still in the family. My buddy Alan, who's been a friend of mine since I was a young child, he bought the Tundra. Now this truck was a good long search. It took me, I don't know, maybe a month and a half, 2 months to find this particular truck. I didn't want a four-door truck, but I wanted one that had really good towing ability. And being a Ford, I didn't want one that was found on the road dead. So I picked the best motor and transmission combo that I could find. And 2017 was the last year that Ford paired the 6-speed transmission with the 5.0 Coyote motor. And this is the second generation of the Coyote motor and the third year of the second generation. The first and second years they had issues with the motor. They corrected it on the third year in 2017 and then redesigned everything in 2018. And in 2018 they paired it with the 10-speed transmission, which had problems itself, which caused problems with the 5.0. They did it to increase MPG at the cost of reliability. And this particular truck only had 40,000 miles on it, which is really, really good. It was a lease vehicle, and it went to a contractor after the lease was up, and the contractor literally didn't drive it at all. Of course, being a Ford, only time will tell if this was actually a good idea. I know some of you know that I have the Tesla Cybertruck, the F-150 Lightning, and the Chevy Silverado EV all on pre-order. I actually canceled the Chevrolet pre-order, and the Ford one, I'm trying to decide what I want to do with it. For towing, Ford really dropped the ball on the Ford Lightning, so it really wouldn't help me unless I became a bank fisherman again. However, I have a captain's license, I've got a guide license, and I've got a boat with expensive guide insurance on it, so I'm not going to give up the boat life. I will still bank fish, and thankfully we have truck bed rod holders. I can't wait till the Watts Bar spot opens up where I can drive my truck into a specific area and then fish out of the back of the truck again. It's a really good spot sometimes, not all the time. Now, before I talk about anything else, I'm going to get bait on this, send it back out there. Another chunk piece. Got a little bit of wind going on. Now, I do have some plans for this truck that I may or may not record on video. Some of the plans do have to do with fishing, so I might record it just so you guys can see it. I know I've created a fishing channel here, so I'm not really a truck channel, but I do truck fishing related stuff. My Tundra had truck bed rod holders in it too. And one last thing about this truck is it gets better gas mileage than my Tundra did. So that is a big plus. Now hopefully I can get another fish so this won't be a one fish video again. Let's see what happens. All right, something's been messing with this one for a while now. So I'm gonna reel it in and see what it looks like. Got an Akuma Cortez on this one. It does not have a level wind, so I have to thumb the line on the reel. They've been eating on it all right. They've almost got it off the hook. I guess I'll put a new piece on here, maybe a chunk piece. Before I do that, I'm going to show you my typical bank fishing rig. I keep the leader line really, really short. That way you can get a better cast when you're casting it out there as far as you can go. And I use a 10-aught Team Catfish double action circle hook. I've got a straw snell 80-pound leader line. I added a rattle on this one. I don't know why. It's not ever really going to move other than when a fish hits it, so I don't know if the rattle is going to do anything. I've got a 1/0 Team Catfish barrel swivel with polymer knots on both sides. I've got a shock leader, which is a 40-pound shock leader, and I don't know how many feet I got on here. I've probably got like 20 feet of this on here. There's a lot of zebra mussels in the water, which would cut braid like nothing. I got a whisker seeker bead to protect the knot. I got a Team Catfish sinker slide and a 4-ounce river sinker. This is the same sinker that I use on the boat. Now the braid on here, I forgot what it is. It's either 30 or 50-pound braid. I don't remember. It's been a while since I put line on this Akuma Cortez. Now I know this is a really big hook, but I'm going to put a smaller piece of bait on it this time. It definitely casts much further than the boat rods. Hopefully another fish drops by. I'm running out of water. Something's playing with this one. Might be another turtle. I've been seeing their heads poke up here and there. So it may have attracted a bunch of turtles. Seeing if I can hook a turtle. Nope. May have lost my bait on that one. Nope. Still have my bait. They are eating on it a little bit. Now this is my typical boat rig. An 8/0 Team Catfish circle hook. Straw snell, 80-pound leader line. I have a rattle on this one. This has a Team Catfish 1/0 barrel swivel, polymer knots on both sides, a bead to protect the knot, Team Catfish sinker slide, and a 4-ounce river sinker. These are both medium heavy Team Catfish rods and Akuma cold water reels. Basically, I'm casting with a line counter. I think I'm going to give this 30 minutes to an hour. I've got no water left. Now the reason why I'm talking about water is I'm drinking a lot of water lately because I've changed my diet around a little bit. I'm trying to lose a few pounds. My doctor highly suggested that I do so. So I need to do what Steve Douglas, the Catfish dude, did, which should be good for me in the long run. Something going on with the other rod. Don't think I got anything on that one. Like I said earlier, there's a bunch of turtles here now. This rod has not been touched that much. Oh wow. Maybe it has been touched a lot. Look at that. They have chewed it to bits. I'm just going to rehook it, send it back out there. This one, I have a float on it. Same rig as the other, but with a float. I'm getting thirsty. That was the worst possible hook set. No bait left either. I think on that note, I'm going to call it. I've been here a few hours and caught one good fish. So I would say that's a success. And that fish came from the truck bed rod holder on my new truck. Or at least new to me truck. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video and maybe somebody learned something new. Most of the rigs that I use, I've learned from other YouTubers, like Steve Douglas, the Catfish Dude, Catfish Dave. There are a lot of good catfishing channels out there. Also, I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day to watch my video. I really, really appreciate it. And if you would do me an enormous favor, hit that thumbs up to show you like the video. Maybe next time I'll catch a fish over 20 pounds with my truck. Thanks again for watching. I hope to see you next time.